morning, guys, to this Sunday morning here across portions of Illinois, including all the other surrounding states if you guys live in. But we're going to be focusing on the significant severe weather here happening across portions of the upper Midwest and the lower Ohio Valley area this afternoon to evening. This is the current SBC outlook for today. The tornado risk, we got the 10% down here, we got the 5% there, and we got the 2% there. My forecast is completely different than what the NWS is showing just because I go based on my own predictions. So just like how everyone else has their own predictions as well, that who does this professionally. This is for you guys for the most part, for like guidelines, I would say, for severe weather if you guys go towards the SPC page, but my predictions are usually very close or very accurate as well. The central and northern northeast Illinois, the 5% across central eastern Illinois into all of central northern Indiana, western central Ohio, and then they got the huge 10% tornado risk here across the quad states into western Kentucky, southern Indiana area. So it's going to be very interesting how today involves the severe weather event. We'll just have to continuously watch the visible satellite image and also the current mesoscale analysis as well, based on where best moisture is happening, where the best backing of the winds are, if there's a mesolow coming into play as well. So many different factors that we have to watch out for today's event, if it's not going to be a bust or a big time weather event here across the area. But like I said, it is a large area for significant severe weather today, covering many states. I mean, just on this picture alone, you got Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Illinois, Missouri, Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, and parts of Wisconsin. And then you got obviously Pennsylvania too, and West Virginia. So it's going to be a large area that's going to be covering here for severe weather over the next 24 to 36 hours. But let's go ahead and just jump right into it as well. And then we also have Wednesday's severe weather event here down to be unfolding as well, which is already showing big signs. This is Wednesday's day 4 on the SPC outlook that shows already a significant 30% hatch here on day 4 on the SPC outlook. So there's already a big time weather outbreak that's going to be happening out ahead of this, especially on Wednesday. So just be ready for that. But let's go ahead and jump into the details now for today's events. Mostly just focusing on today's event. So here we got the FE3 model, obviously one of my favorite models here I like to use. Go down here for future reflectivity. It wants to spit out, multiple clusters or supercells here, anywhere from central southern Indiana into southern Illinois, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, and northeast Arkansas. Now comparing that to the latest NAM model at 00Z as well, basically shows a QLCS line that forms across portions of the Illinois-Indiana border with some QLCS spin up or damaging winds, with some broken line supercells developing all the way further down south. And it also shows a few supercells actually developing out ahead of the line across the Quad States region area, which does sum up to what the 00Z HER model is also picking up on as well. A little bit of supercells developing out ahead of the line, maybe within a confluence line as well. Deeper moisture, southerly surface wind flow, even checking out the dew points here across that region area in the Quad States. It could be good enough for maybe a brief strong tornado, depending on how fast this front's moving. If it stalls out more, we could see a couple long track supercells producing long track violent tornadoes as well if they take advantage of the environment. So we'll just have to continuously watch to see how today unfolds. There's so many different variables and everything else coming together that could ruin today or make it a big day. So we just have to watch and see what happens at this point. But the HER model is continuously playing catch-up game. It's been playing up catch-up game for like the last 2 days now. One thing I am noticing is that it's definitely not picking up the correct convection this morning. It's moving across central eastern Missouri. It thinks it's a little bit too stronger on the stronger side, but it's actually weakening. If we over here and look at the tops of these thunderstorms here, across that area from Missouri, going into portions of northern Arkansas. You can see those cooler tops, those hot towers there on this small MCS, I guess you would say, or just a line of storms pushing east. You can see how the tops are getting cooler and they're dying off. There's only one hot tower that was going off just west of Quincy, Illinois, approaching the Illinois-Missouri border, but for the most part, the tops are kind of dying off here. And we switch over here to the shortwave IR, so you can see the cloud cover from these storms are going up. It's kind of fading away on the most southern end. There's still some heavy tops exploding, like I said, near the Illinois-Missouri border, near Quincy, Illinois. But once this cloud stuff moves out from behind us, so this will be fast moving through. If it's already out by like 10 a.m. or so, I mean, it's going to heat up really fast behind these storms as well, and then you'll get the newer storms that fire up, which will be the tornadic supercells to the south. So we just have to wait and see how that does unfold. But the HER model, the latest HERS model, is trying to fire up supercells out ahead. I think it's over mixing at this point. I think the HER model is out to lunch still. I think it's just really bad at picking up on what's currently trying to happen. That's why I've been watching the NAM model, because it's been more consistently showing what's really going to happen today. Which it shows those isolated supercells developing anywhere from north central Arkansas into the Boot Hill, Missouri, into southern Illinois, and those guys start racing off to the east northeast. So it's just a waiting game to see what currently just happens today. It could be a bust scenario, or it could be a big time boom today for significant severe weather across any corridor across these states. So just stay tuned for later live weather updates, and I'll be streaming out there later on today, and stay tuned.